Hey guys, Sud from Sudsterr Technology here again. So we've got Jessup who wants to get a custom loop, and this time it's in a Lian Li o11 Dynamic Mini Snow White edition. So this is what we came up with. So the parts are here. This is a side distro plate for the Mini, and pump, uh, casing, and some more parts. So everything's from Barrow. And we got the case here, and also we got the white rads and a bunch of silver parts, silver fittings. Well, it's all sitting here, so let's see how this goes. So that's Giuseppe's PC that he wants to be converted into the custom loop that I showed in the last few seconds. Okay, so this thing has a 3070 gaming OC, and I think it's a B560 gaming F Asus motherboard, and it's got a bunch of XPG cables, ARGB cables. Wouldn't complain about anything with the build quality. It looks fine. I don't think anything will be broken. So let's change this. Okay, cool. Alright, so we've started building the machine in the Lian Li o11 Mini Snow White case. Alright, so we put the bottom rad, and we've put two 10 mm offsets here and there, and then 90-degree fittings there, and then three fans, same thing there, one 10 mm offset and the 90-degree. So basically what we're going to do is these two are going to go into these two, and that's going to be the pump outlet. It's going to go into the GPU inlet, and the GPU outlet is going to go into this one, and then the water is going to go from there to this one, and then that to the radiator inlet here, and then radiator outlet will go to this one, and this one from the top will go this one will go to the top, and it will go to the CPU inlet. I hope that's gonna be straight. Let's see. And then CPU outlet back to the distro plate inlet here, and then we'll close the rest of the ports. We're not going to use these two. Actually, it's a good idea. What they've done is, if this doesn't align with your CPU, we'd have to see what we can do. Yeah, and I'm going to use this one for a drain port. So the drain port is not going to be the bottommost port, so it's going to be that much gap, so we'll have to tilt it if we want to drain it. And then for the CPU block, we went with the Corsair. Yeah, so the Corsair XC7 RGB white. It's gonna need a Commander Pro or a Lightning Node Pro, which I have. You can use that for the RGB lighting. And so the rest of the stuff Giuseppe already gave us. So the 4 RAM sticks, and yeah, fans are new. So these are Deepcool FC120 ARGB fans, and the pump is new. The pump did not come with the distro plate, so I put the pump separately, and there's a bunch of stuff for the pump. And the back is fairly you know, back is stiff, going to have a fair amount of space, so I can put a lot of cables here because there's no rad here. So it's gonna be the perfect case for this particular custom build. Yeah. Okay, so since these two were not in a straight line, what I did was I put an EK offset there, which I had bought extra uh, in the last few builds, but did not use. I used that here, and then now these two are actually straight, so these two will connect. So we can just put the rest of the connectors like we did. These ones, put that here, connect that from here to here, and it'll be fine. And this was exactly straight, so these two were exactly straight, so that shouldn't be a problem. So let's see. Yep, that's kind of straight. Yep, that's also kind of straight, so should be fine. So we put some more tubes in, and the last pan also inside. So the CPU tubes are in. These two. This is the inlet. That's the outlet. This will be the pump outlet, and we'll go to the GPU, and then GPU outlet will go here, radiator inlet here, radiator outlet here, and then this will go to CPU inlet, and CPU outlet will go back to the inlet of the reservoir, and yeah, of course that's the drain pipe. Yeah, the cabling is not done yet because the PSU is not here yet. So I've closed the other ones with the stop plugs. So yeah, let's just wait for the rest. Alright, we've started doing a leak test. So the CPU pipes are in and the bottom rad pipes are in. So it's time to do a quick leak test. So I started it at, I don't know what the thing is. I think it's 0.61 bar, or whatever that line after the middle of that one is. It's been stuck there for quite some time, so I don't think this is going to leak. I'm going to leave this like this for a while, maybe 25-30 minutes, and then let's see. All right, so we're opening the GPU up just to install the water block. We have a big ski water block for this. This is the Gigabyte 3070 gaming OC. I had to just remove a few screws from the back, and from the back plate. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. And then the hard part was taking off these two plugs, and there's one more harder plug here. So once that's off, it should be fine. All right, the backlight is off, and also this piece is off. So we've got to start putting in the new water block. That block was pretty hard. But anyway, it came off. I'm gonna start cleaning this with some isopropyl alcohol, and all these thermal pad residues should go away and should become as like it's brand new. And then we can start installing the water block. All right, so the water block is mounted, and also the power cable, and I also did the backplate. So everything is ready to be put inside the machine. So once we put it inside the machine, we can start doing a pressure test, a leak test. Everything's put up cleanly. I've not missed any screws. It's all perfectly aligned. I guess this is a big ski thing. These two plugs are sitting very tightly. But one thing with this GPU block is that the old one, the Gigabyte factory one, comes like this. So the power cables go in like this and then come out through the graphic card like a normal retail graphic card. But this one goes straight to the back of the case, so that so that you won't see any cables coming out of the graphic card. So we'll see if this can be properly hidden behind the GPU. Okay, the GPU is in. Looks like it's gonna be a perfect match. So this goes straight into here. So that's like the inlet. The GPU water block specifically says that this is inlet and this is outlet. Sometimes some water blocks don't say it, but this one is specifically saying it. So this is going to be inlet, this is going to be outlet. So the pump comes from there, here, and then outlet goes from here to the one in the bottom there, and then that flows down to this one, goes to the radiator inlet there, and then radiator outlet goes to that one, and from the top CPU inlet, and then CPU outlet back to the distro plate. And yeah, that gets cooled, everything gets cooled by the radiator. And one more thing that I'm not sure of is this one in the box says that it needs the Lightning Node Pro. I have it, but I don't think it's required. But let's see. Most of the cable work is done, just the CPU cables and the SSD cables remaining, and we'll have to connect this to the PSU and then see what happens. I have the PSU right there. Let's see. Okay, I've put in the tubes for the GPU. So pump to GPU inlet and GPU outlet to the distro plate. But I think the GPU and the distro plate did not align, so we had to use an offset there, a small offset. And apart from that, we also did a pressure test from here, which would be the inlet port, and it looked okay, no problems. We set that at 0.6 bar and it was fine. So I think we can go ahead with this build. The one thing that I've not done is some cable management. I've got to put the PSU up there and we can get going. Okay, so we've filled the liquid and it's filled up to the top there. And we put a lot of paper towels just to ensure that there's not going to be any leaks. GPU water block, all perfectly working so far. No leaks at all. It's good. Just a few air bubbles to go out of the loop. After that, we can start doing some cabling. Right now it's a big mess on the back. Alright, so everything is connected up and it's running. No leaks so far. And the motherboard and the pump and the PSU and the GPU, everything is connected. So as you can see, all the RGB light is coming up. I just have to put the panels here. It should be fine. RAM's lighting up. Okay. Fans spinning. Distro plate is okay. Okay, so all we got to do now is connect this to a monitor and start testing it to see if the temperatures are good. I just want to see if the mounting here and here is all fine. and then we'll be good to deliver it to the customer.